Did you work with Dirigo at all when you developed this, or was there any connection to Dirigo? Because that's the main offering now, and it's a great plan. Did you work with
So
them
as people probably know, Dirigo is going away as of December 31st, and they are certainly alerting people to the fact of the changes in healthcare that are going to affect them and what their options are going to be going forward.
But I'm wondering if Maine Community Health Options modeled after the Dirigo model, since it was a state plan.
I think we really modeled based on what our requirements were as a co-op, and then again in the world of our new qualified health plans, and then philosophically the underpinnings around the value-based insurance design and the idea that right now we live in a world that is fee-for-service, but that we want to move more to a world that is fee-for-value. And how do we keep people healthier? And again, not surcharging for tobacco, not making people lie on their application. There's no way to there isn't an easy way to administer that. But the idea of how we move toward a healthier population, that's sort of how we built our plans. I can't say we really built based on Dirigo. So what we built based on, there were a lot of rules about if you're going to be a co-op, these are the things you need to do. If, to be on the health insurance marketplace, we have to offer plans on the marketplace. And off the marketplace, there are a lot of things that you need to do in terms of these qualified health plans. So that's sort of what we modeled after.
That it's very similar to the Dirigo subsidy and decreased, when you reduce the out-of-pocket costs?
Advanced premium tax credits?
No, but I mean,
in other words,
cost sharing reductions. Cost sharing reductions. So it's very similar. The way they are calculating cost savings on the marketplace is very similar to the way a Dirigo policy would.
My concern is about the network providers. The in and out of network providers is really critical.
Right.
And it's making me really nervous what I'm seeing.
Well, the devil's in the details. We're not going to know exactly what networks look like, and Anthem's already talking about reducing their networks specifically for plans being offered on the marketplace. And it remains to be seen whether we'll have Harvard, Pilgrim, and Mega. But if we do, and that's your concern, then what you're going to say to your navigator or your agent is, which of these plans is going to give me the best network? Here's who I see in Maine. Here's who I might want to see outside of Maine. And that will be a criterion that you use to assess which policy is best for you.
But it's possible that those providers will not be in the network, so the only subsidy you would get are the two that would be in the marketplace.
I don't want to say any more because I think Beth has a pretty good sense of what she's seeing legally, and I'm just hearing from the carriers themselves that they're going to offer it, and that there was a point when the carriers were being told that if their policies were off the marketplace, they wouldn't have access to the subsidies. And then more recently, I've been told that that's not true. And when I went through the training, it said there are carriers who, from whom you can buy a policy on their website where you can get a subsidy if that website is linked to somehow the federal site. So they're really the devil's in the details, and we won't know. And we've got 2 weeks before it opens.
Okay, so in 2 weeks we'll have that.
We'll have some of the information. I think there's going to be a lot of back and forth with what's been mandated versus what is practical, and there will be some reckoning. But from my perspective as an agent, I would say, all right, what medications do you take? All right, what's on their formulary? What doctors do you use? Whose network is better? That's the kind of thing that I